shipping changes.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome into the Rockstarflipper YouTube channel. You guys should be watching this video probably on September 17th, 2019. Good question that I got from one of my viewers this morning in an email was about estimated profit percentages and how much money should you be making and returning on your items. In fact, that's a question that pops up in my Facebook group quite often when they ask, you know, if I spend 10 bucks on this item, how much should I expect to profit? And it's a great question, and it's kind of different for each category of item. And it's a little different for the price and cost of the item. Obviously, if you're spending a couple dollars, like $1 or $2 or $3, it's not so bad to profit 10 or 12 or 13. Obviously, you want to make as much as possible, but if you only profited 10, 12 bucks, that's not so bad. You know, if you're spending $10, well, you don't want to spend 10 to make 10 because that's kind of bad, right? You know, you're doubling your money. If you spent 10 and you ended up putting 20 in your pocket, that's great. Doubling your money is never something to complain about, but the more money you spend, the bigger the amount of profit you should definitely intend on making because it becomes a risk and reward. And so in my business, at least on one side of it, and I'll take you through both sides of it, with clothing and with shoes and with ties and things of that nature, and it's actually a little different with the ties, but mostly outside of my ties, I average about probably like $19 or $20 an item for clothing, and shoes a little bit higher. You know, and those items are 50% margins. eBay and PayPal take 14%. It's 10% for eBay, and it's 2.9 plus 30 cents. Remember, if I'm selling a $30 item, 30 cents is 1%. So that would be 3.9. I'm actually selling $20, $25 items, so it's a little bit more. So that's 4%. So that would be 14%. Now I get 1% deduction because it's 10% on my fees, or 10% of 10, which is 1% for top rated seller. So I pay about 13% for my fees across the board. If you don't understand that, ask, but you should. Okay, so because my eBay fees go from 10% to 9%, and then you add my 4% PayPal, 13. Okay, so I pay 13%. Now the shipping label, whether I'm paying for the label or charging for the label or doing free shipping, I still have to buy the label. My average price is about $20 all in, whether I'm doing 15 plus 5 or 20 in free shipping, or, you know, whatever it may be. So my item at $20, average sale price, that's total charge transaction. Most of my items are first class, and they ship for about $4. You know, a lot of my ties ship for $2.76, a lot of my t-shirts for $3.05. You know, and then I have the padded flat rates of, you know, jeans and things like that that cost $7.33. So typically my average cost of a label is going to be around $4, maybe a little higher. So on a $20 item, that's 20%. So we add that to my 14% that we already know I pay in fees, PayPal and eBay. And so that's 34%, right? Maybe call it 35 just to be safe with that extra shipping on the heavier items. So 35% goes out of my pocket. Now, what's my cost of goods? Well, if I sold an item for $20, typically I want to be around $3 for the cost of goods. So 10% would be $2. So we'd add another 5%. So we're at about 15% cost of goods. Or I'm sorry, 30% cost of goods. 10% would be $2. I'm sorry, it was 15%, right? 15%. I should edit this out. I'm terrible at math sometimes. 15%. If I'm selling an item for $20 and I paid $3 for it, 10% would have been $2. 15% would have been $3. I was doing the math in my head. Anyways, 15% cost of goods, which is my normal average. I think I'm at 16% right now, but 15% plus my other 35% puts me at 50%. So that means out the door, I'm making exactly half of what I sell an item for. That means when I sell an item for $20, I made a $10 profit, 50%, which is what most of you hover around. Some of you are 55 or 60, and that's great. If you're at 45, don't be too upset about it. Just work to, you know, kind of get it a little higher. Now there's other expenses. Obviously I pay for a QuickBooks accounting service. We pay monthly for an eBay store, which is $60. We pay for supplies. And so that's going to be, you know, when you divide that over another 12 months, you're typically going to spend 1 or 2% a month worth of, you know, miscellaneous expenses and expenditure. So, you know, I'm probably at like a 48% clean and clear in pocket, which is not bad. You know, when I'm selling other things, if I sell a video game system that I paid $100 for and I'm selling it for $200, the percentage will be less. But the amount of money on an item that I will make, instead of making $10 or $12, I may make $50 or $60 profit after fees and shipping and all that. So that's why you kind of have to, you know, weigh that risk versus reward. Yeah, I'm spending more money, but I'm making a much bigger profit in one item with less work than I am on multiple items. So that's something you should keep track of. So in my opinion, when you're selling smaller dollar, $10, $20, $30 items, you're probably going to hit 50%. If you're selling higher dollar items, more expensive items, unless you do really well on it, you'll probably be at like 30, 40%. 30% is probably fair. If I buy an item for 100 and I sell it for 200, and after fees and shipping, I'm left with 150. I made $50 on my $200 sale, which is 25%. Not bad. Probably 30% be a little better, but that's kind of the numbers to target for. So hopefully you guys understand that. Even with my terrible math there, I don't know what happened there. Usually I'm good with numbers, but you guys get the point. If you don't understand, if you have questions, concerns, comments, all that stuff, leave it down below. And if you need any help with the accounting side of things to do it all together, I do have an accounting program. It's really great. It's the best $20 you'll probably ever spend. It teaches Excel, QuickBooks, expenses, sales, profits, cost of goods sold, inventory tracking, everything you could want, including registering with your state and with the IRS, tax ID number, sales tax certificate, state sales tax, the whole shebang. It's all covered for just $20. Get it below. And hopefully you guys take advantage of that. And until next time, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more informative videos for online resellers and online e-commerce and business owners. And I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you again.